everyone and welcome to TEG Talks. Today on the show I've got the lovely Katie from Doggy Deli. Hello Katie, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So again we've got a young entrepreneur, because tell the audience what your tender age is.
I am the owner of the Doggy Deli, which is a natural dog treat business, which I started in lockdown 2020 because I was really lacking on schoolwork and whatnot, because I was in year 9 at the time, so...
Wow,
you
were what, 14-ish?
Yeah, 14. So the teachers really weren't focusing on us, which is, I guess, is understandable.
Yeah,
it was
a tough time, wasn't it?
The year 13s and year 11s when exams and stuff weren't happening. So I entered a competition on Instagram from a business down south to win a £10 bundle of natural dog stuff for our two, because we have 2 dogs, Floyd and Luna.
Lloyd, lovely.
He's a big character.
What breed are they?
Floyd is a Border Terrier cross Cocker Spaniel, and Luna is a Whippet cross Irish Terrier.
Oh,
and
that'd be fun.
They're both as mental as you'd think they are. Yeah. So I entered this competition to win this £10 thing, and I won it. And I was like, oh my gosh, never win anything from these giveaways. But when it arrived, I opened it, and there was about 4 things in there. I was thinking, if I had bought that and I got that, I'd looked in it and thought, oh, that's a bit disappointing. So I thought I had a bit of a think about it, and I came downstairs and I said to my dad, I think it was, could I do this, do you think? And he was like, well, yeah, there's no reason why you can't.
Yes. Why not?
Yeah, because you think, I wasn't, that was in the 8th of June it was. I'll always remember that. Yeah, I'll always remember that. And I knew I wasn't going to be back at school till September at the very earliest, because it was so,
uncertain times, wasn't it?
What was going on. So it was like, and he subbed me in £100 to start off with, and then it just went.
Good old dad,
from
banker dad.
Yeah,
I still use mine.
And it just went from there. Yeah.
So, do you buy the goods in from a distributor, like a wholesaler? Sorry.
Yeah. We buy them in from trusted wholesalers up and down the country. I mean, we get antlers from a shooting estate in Scotland, and you have to wash the blood and stuff off when they come.
So they're natural, very, very natural.
It's nice to know that they come from somewhere it's not being processed, because that's the thing, because
all your items there,
they're all
natural, aren't they? They're literally
natural.
Chicken legs with feathers still on.
There's no rawhide, nothing like that, because
it doesn't do nice things for doggies.
It turns to glue in their stomachs.
It's not good.
One of the worst things, but it's so popular, and because I think it's because people don't realise that it's bad, because it's marketed like, oh, this is what your dog will love.
Well, I am one of them people, because I have a dog. He's called Harry, Harry Potter, as in Potter.
Yeah.
He's a border collie. And I always now read the ingredients on things, and if it's rawhide, it goes back, because I know they've got a high metabolism, but still, when you see what it can do to dogs, it's not pretty. Yeah. And obviously, when I discovered you, I was like, oh, we'll have a bag full of treats for the boy. And, well, you can tell everybody that what you've got on offer, it's not just 5 for a £5 in 5 boxes, is it?
We do like bundles and stuff. We have like the market special and summer bundles and sausage selection, just for people that really don't have a clue, because so many people come up to the stall and they haven't seen anything like what we sell before, because it's not the most common thing. Like, people say, oh yeah, pig's ears, used to give those to my dog back in the day and whatnot. But a lot of the other stuff. But then there's also pick and mix. So if you know your dog loves rabbit ears and chicken feet,
go for it.
Can,
fill your boots or fill your bag.
Yeah.
So how did you... so you started buying in wholesale, and did you start just selling it from home or on the web, or because you're actively involved in our TEG market?
Yeah.
But what happened before we got to TEG?
Well, I started off for the first month or so just doing it from home, and then people that were local or we knew we would deliver to, like that. And it was sort of growing, and I was thinking this could be much bigger if I created a website. So I built a website using Squarespace, which was helpful because I wouldn't know where to start if anything like if I just tried to do it from scratch. But we started the website, and that went live, I think, in July of 2020. And then it just took off from there, really.
Oh, wow. So do you get orders in from all over?
Yeah. We have people in Scotland, Wales, south of England.
Cross-country.
Yeah.
Excellent. So when did you start? How did you get involved with TEG and the markets?
I think we started the TEG markets in 2021 because, well, we were looking to do markets in 2020 because I enjoy doing like the country shows and that, because me and my mum have always gone to watch the country shows, even before the Doggy Deli was a thing. But with it being COVID and whatnot, things were cancelled. But when we found out about, Jenny's market, the TEG market, it was a no-brainer, really, with it being a free market. So, well, we went along and we did amazingly. You know, when you think,
this is found my space.
And I think we thought, oh, that was a bit mental, actually.
Yeah.
Because I think what works for us is it's passing trade. People are walking, like often we'll get there like at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock. And you get people walking around with their dogs.
Yes, perfect, isn't it? Oh, I'll just get them.
Yeah.
You know.
People have walked along the harbour and come into Whitehaven to get a cup of tea or something from Greg's, and I mean, the dogs drag them over.
Yeah, well,
can't.
Yeah, because they can smell it, can't they? And then, like you say, it's that disposable income, isn't it? Like a couple of quid, $5 or whatever.
Yeah.
Got a bag full of treats, and we can go home or we can walk home. We don't have to, go into Tesco's to get it or whatever.
Yeah.
So, have you had any mentoring from TEG along the way?
No, I haven't. I've always had the opportunity to. I just haven't taken that. Just as I'm trying to like figure stuff out and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just trying to like
find
out. Yeah.
Would you consider it though?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Do you think maybe now's the time that would be a good thing, because you've got bigger decisions to make, haven't you? Because
definitely in the future, as it starts to like into September, October time, when you're writing personal statements and stuff like that, and it starts to become where you've got to make these big decisions.
Yep.
And
been there, done that.
Yeah. Definitely. It all feels a bit too real.
What we haven't really mentioned is how old you are now. Because you're only 17.
Yeah.
So Katie's another one of our younger entrepreneurs, and you're at sixth form.
Yeah.
What A levels are you doing?
Biology, chemistry, and maths.
Just some easy ones then, eh? My word.
I do regret my decisions sometimes.
Because you've got, obviously, you want to go to university.
Yeah, I'm not 100%.
Oh, well, it's part of the plan, is it?
Yeah, I'm not 100% just yet.
Yeah.
It's definitely something I'd be considering, but then it depends also how the business, what happens with the business over the next year. It's just...
Well, I suppose...
a lot of factors.
If you've got your A levels and you've got the business, and you don't have to go to university right away.
No.
That's the joy of it. And what were you interested in doing at uni? You're one of them. I'm not really quite sure yet.
No, that's one thing I do know.
Oh, okay.
Equine science.
Right.
Horses is my other big passion.
Oh, so you're horsey. Horsey lady.
Yeah.
Do you have a horse?
No, I don't. But
so you ride?
Yeah, I ride. There's a livery yard just 2 minutes up the road.
Brilliant.
From us that I go up to pretty much every day.
So equine science. So where would you go for that?
I'm not sure. We have looked round Aberystwyth, but I wasn't as keen. But there's like Myerscough and Bishop Burton and Hartpury seem to be the main three.
Yeah.
But I've only been to look around Myerscough out of those three so far. So
to be confirmed.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely.
And another thing with the Doggy Deli is, my first question was going to be, why dog treats? Because you've said you've got dogs, but there's more to it now that I've just learnt, isn't there? Because your mum's involved, isn't she?
Well, I've had dogs since I was born. We've never not had dogs. Started off with a Labrador cross collie and a rescue lurcher, and then we got Floyd and Luna after.
I love the name Floyd.
No, I think it was my dad's choice.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah. But yeah, my mum started dog grooming about 6 or 7 years ago now, because she worked in an office all her life. I was always wanting to work with animals. So she became a dog groomer. So dogs has always been, dogs.
Part of the family. And it's like a bit of a, I guess winning that competition was the catalyst that was like, hold on, I've got dogs. These are doggy treats. There's nobody around here doing this. there's a business.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
It was,
And it's going and gone from strength to strength, because how many markets and events are you doing this summer?
23, 24.
I think when I spoke to you last, it was about 29, so you must have done a few.
Yeah,
And
we've been at a few recently. We're at Dissington tomorrow.
oh yeah, I hope the weather stays.
I know. Just watching.
We're looking out the window currently for those of you who are listening, and it is piddling down.
It is. No, not filling with too much
Good old
confidence.
Cumbrian weather. British
Typical.
summertime.
I know.
So what's been the best event so far? Where you what would you say would be your most successful?
I mean, the Whitehaven markets will definitely be up there as a consistent one. The fact that
Do you
it's
get a lot of
month
return
in,
customers as well?
and it's month in, month out. I mean, our biggest one has been the Taste Cockermouth one, the food festival.
Are you doing September?
Yeah.
I'll see you there. I'm trading.
Oh yeah. Because we did Taste Wigton, we're doing Taste Maryport, and then we'll do Taste Cockermouth in September and probably in December as well.
Yeah.
But the Whitehaven market is just so perfect for that, even over the winter months when there's like, because of course Christmas is manic, but then in January you get a bit more of a dry spell, and it feels like nothing's happening, but that's always there.
Yeah,
so you know
it's that like consistency, isn't it? And then people will know, apart from last week, that we can find you there. But like, so where else are we going over the summer? Because
we're here, there, everywhere. We're at Gosforth show, Keswick show, Cockermouth show.
all the shows.
Yeah. We do a lot of the county shows because, as I say, me and my mum used to go to them anyway, and it was always something that was.
And there's one thing that's always at agricultural shows, it's dogs.
Yeah, definitely.
In their armfuls, every shape, size, colour, creed, they're there. So it's a perfect base for your customers.
Oh yeah,
and
definitely.
Again, it's that if they don't necessarily buy so much, then they get a card, they go home, they order, and they keep coming back. So it's brilliant, and it's not like you've reinvented the wheel. It's just you've seen the gap in the market, locally as well, and proved the point that actually countrywide, like nationally, you can fulfil needs of other people, and that they can't just nip out and buy them where they live.
Definitely. And a lot of people say, I mean, like with our stall, our cheapest thing is chicken feet, and they're 30p. So if you just want to come up and you just want to buy your dog something little, it's 30p. Whereas, I mean, we were at Cartmel show last year. That's another one we're doing. That's a good, it's always a big show. And he came up and he was like, chicken feet, 30p. It's like, yeah. He was like, God, they're £1 where I am. And he was from Southampton or something, Northampton. You're like, it's that difference as well between the north-south divide, which is it's such a big thing.
The old argument, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's great, and we don't live too far from each other. And we were just having a conversation that every time I drive down a certain road in West Cumbria, I know Katie's around because I can see the big red van.
Yeah.
So obviously, did you have the van already, or was that an investment you've made?
Bought the van in either the start of January or end of December, like January 2023.
Yeah.
Because our car just couldn't cope anymore. It would be like back on it.
Yeah, literally.
It could not. It could not cope anymore. Saying if we're going to keep doing these like markets and it gets bigger, we're going to need to invest in
transport.
Yeah, in the transport, because we were having to take 2 cars everywhere, which isn't ideal.
No.
And when things are further away and you're getting further afield, it's more to travel, and it just made sense.
No. Well, it's great for marketing as well, isn't it? Because like I say, I drive past and I'm like, there she is. And anybody else who drive past, they'll be like, oh, what's that? What's that? And I mean, what was all that about? Because, you know, I didn't know your mum was a dog groomer, and I've got a dog, and I'm instantly thinking, I can come to you.
Yeah.
So it's not just, you know, I like the fact that it is a family business, because your grandma and granddad help out, your mum's involved, your dad invested in you and the business at the beginning. I suppose he's seen a pretty good return on his investment. Not that you've given him back yet, because you told me that as well. So going forward, and like I say, I know you've got big decisions to make and things, but hypothetically, if you chose to run with the business,
Yeah.
what would you keep it the same, or do you think you'd start looking at other things?
Well, one thing that we have started doing recently is we got approached by Leventhal down in Kendal.
Yeah.
Because they approached us asking if they would be able to sell our treats. And so we went down and we showed them bits and bobs, and they bought stuff and they are now selling it. And the same happened when we were at Cumberland Show with Oddfellow Arms in Coldbeck. And I think that would also be something that I'd look at more, that wholesale
Business
thing.
to business wholesale, yeah.
Yeah, as well as because it's something that you can do that, because obviously there's only a certain amount of shows and markets that you can do and that are out there to do, whereas that it's more open to
you
that
can then ship further afield then, can't you?
Yeah.
And it's like you say, it's that other arm to the business, which is wholesale.
Yeah.
And it's a no-brainer because of where we live. And the majority of hotels now are pet friendly.
Yeah.
And it's the same with Airbnbs. And like you say, that's, like, I think, perfect excuse to push it forward.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you consider selling other animal treats then?
I mean, it's just like we have things like sprats and that with the little dried fish that people buy for the cats and stuff like that. But I don't know about expanding because it's hard, because horses would be my immediate thing.
Yeah.
But they don't eat meat, so then it would be that thing of
and
trying
I guess
to find
it's a bit more niche as well, because not everybody rides or not everybody's got a horse, but I don't know what the stats are, but I would guarantee probably every other household's got a dog at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously after COVID, people bought a lot more.
Yeah.
And, you know, we did.
Yeah, a lot of people did, because you think, oh, I've got more time at home.
The joy of being at home. He drives me up the wall, but he's the best thing we've ever done.
Oh yeah, no, our two are spoiled rotten. I mean, Floyd sleeps in my bed under the covers every night.
Well, the cat's like that in our house.
he's spoiled rotten, but I think they're part of the family. Yeah. I think that's what we try and say. But I think a lot of people, they think more about what they eat now. After there's like scares and stuff over things to do with the meat industry and whatnot. So people think more about what they eat, and then they think more about what the dog eats, because it's like, hang on. What would you do to yourself that you wouldn't do to anything else? We've always fed our dogs raw. They've always the 80-10-10 mix, which has always worked for them. Yeah. But I mean, it won't work for every dog, and I think some people say it will, but it won't, because every dog's different. That's
the underpinning side of it, is you're educating people as well, aren't you? Because it's all natural. It's like, if the dogs were living in the wild, they'd have to live off things like this. Yeah, that's what we always say. You know. Say, if your dog went feral, they're going to go and catch a mouse or a rabbit or a pheasant or something. They're not going to go and look for a bag of kibble. Pedigree chum.
Yeah, exactly. They're not. That's not what they're going to look for. So you've got to, so you've got the sale of your products. You've got an educational aspect to it. You've got potential wholesale. Yeah. It's going to grow whether you like it or not. Oh, all you have to do is like press go, which is really exciting. Definitely. So for the viewers and the listeners, where can they find Doggy Deli? What's your handles? Well, we're on Instagram as the.doggy.deli. It's the same on TikTok. Facebook is just the Doggy Deli. And you can, the way that you can tell is our logo is like a tealy coloured dog that has leaves for ears and a bone in its mouth, which I always think is quite a good. Yeah, it's quite a good. You've got to have a memorable logo these days, haven't you? Yeah, and then the website is thedoggydeli.uk, and that we ship nationwide, and you can choose whatever you want, from something as little as chicken foot to £20 bundle. Excellent. Whatever. Do you do well on TikTok? I've only really just started TikTok because it's just an untapped. Because it's trying to find content that works. Like, I've been doing days in the life of, like, when we go to the markets and shows, and taking videos of people's dogs and whatnot when they come up to the stall, and trying to do that side of it as well, because so many people's businesses boom on TikTok because it just goes a bit mental, I think. Yeah,
it's definitely a world we're all, well, I know my previous guest is very much invested in TikTok. I'm on it, but I just give it a go, see what happens. I don't sell on it. But again, it's another tool, isn't it? And again, your generation live on it. And there was stats saying that the average 17-year-old won't use Google, they'll use TikTok to find out the answer.
Guilty of that,
which is mind-blowing. But it's been an absolute pleasure to meet you properly now, instead of on a blustery market stall with my white haven with a chicken leg, chicken foot in your hand.
Yeah.
And I really do wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, absolute welcome. So there you have it, folks. That was Katie from the Doggy Deli, and I'm sure that many of you out there who will be going to find her website to treat your four-legged fur baby very soon. So thank you again, and I will see you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
A Liquid Studios production.